Honest J. Nowak. Oh yeah. A pleasure to meet y'all at last, and welcome back to Honest J. Nowak. So let me go ahead and talk a few things about newspapers. Now, my honesty about newspapers is that for those of you who still do read something that's on a daily print, including from the journal Sentinel Milwaukee, or the New York Times, or any other kind of newspaper publisher that still makes the papers out there instead of having to publish articles to the internet like we've always been doing for a long time now. I've got nothing against people who still read newspapers, especially for those who happen to go back to the past in any single way possible. But of course, newspapers just so happen to be an outdated source of information because, unlike the internet, they can never get renewed for any new articles or any new information that goes ahead and lies upon, because a waste of paper could mean more waste just to update a certain article or to put out a new article of any sort. But the internet, however, at the same time it can chug some internet gigabytes and the like over time, it happens to always update itself to have new articles regardless of what source you happen to be getting your information from. It always has itself new information posted to it, unlike newspapers, which of course you need a new set of paper from a sawmill or any other place that you typically get your wood from, just so you'd be able to print out a new article. And of course, millions of tons of paper had actually been put to waste simply because our information always had to be updated at all costs. But simply put, the internet has really allowed for this to become outdated. And so this way we're able to have a much more cleaner environment. Even though I've already talked about the fact that there were much, much worse ways of pollution than ever before, with plastic in the ocean and the like. But newspapers itself, because of the fact that they're no longer in service most of the time, we just so happen to have the internet as a way to go to get our service from, as well as to get our information. If we're doing anything for a school project or any of the sorts, we turn to the internet to get our information. We always get updates on them every second that passes by. New articles get published on many of these sources that are online. We always happen to have new updates and informations in case there are typos and the like. And of course, the best part about it is that you never have to worry about them going to waste. Because after all, the information is always going to be out there. Whether it's the good, it's the bad, or it's the ugly, the internet itself is just better than newspapers. That's just how we seem to have newspapers in today's time. Here in 2020, compared to like 1990, newspapers might have been really awesome to have back then, but today, we always got ourselves an article on a screen waiting for it to be read. And that's pretty much all I got to talk about there about newspapers and the fact that they're now outdated sources of information, like some others out there, which I'll probably get to at another time. But if you want to see more, go down to my channel. Make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.